In this video, we will be replacing the alternator in this 2003 Toyota Camry. Taking a look inside the engine bay, our alternator is located towards the front on the passenger side of the vehicle. And I am going to disconnect the negative battery terminal before we start working on the alternator. And as we take a look at our alternator, we do see that we have our drive belt connected to the alternator. We need to release that serpentine belt off of the pulley using a 19mm socket on a ratchet. We can rotate our tensioner clockwise and remove that belt. Taking a look at that alternator, we do have 4 connection points. 2 of those are electrical connections and 2 of them are just retainers for the bundle of wires. Using a trim removal tool, we can work off our first connection. We then have a small blue tab, and we can remove our 2 boots off of the back of our electrical connections. On the lower one, we can depress the small tab and wiggle that off. And our other one does have a 10mm nut. The alternator is then held on by 2 fasteners. There is a 14mm fastener at the top and a 12mm fastener a little bit further down where it is difficult to see. And we'll see if we can work that alternator out or if we need to move anything else. And I do like to compare my new parts with my old parts. And I can see that there are 2 brackets on my old alternator that I will need to move to my new one. So we will apply a little Amsoil metal protector to those and work that off. And this one is just a slight bit different in that the stud assembling our alternator together was holding on that bracket. And on our new alternator, we do have a hole, but no stud. So we will have to possibly address this once we install it if we still need this bracket. So we'll go ahead and work that new alternator in place. And we are going to start both of those bolts by hand. And we can tighten those bolts down. And with that alternator secure, we're going to slip on that serpentine belt. And then we have our 2 electrical connections. And that blue retainer we can slip over the bracket that we moved, and our other bracket was securing this bundle of wires. We're going to go ahead and run a zip tie through that existing hole, just so they're not flopping around in the engine. And lastly, we can reconnect that negative battery terminal. Then we can start the engine and listen for any unusual noises. And if we test that, we are getting right at about 14 volts, which is what we want. So this repair is complete.